Good day everyone, and welcome to another edition of In Case You Missed It. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to this channel. The Confederation of African Football (CAF) has delivered the final judgment of the abandoned 2025 AFCON qualifiers between Libya and the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Super Eagles striker Victor Boniface survived a ghastly car accident with just minor injuries after scoring in Bayern Leverkusen's win. Super Eagles winger Lookman and the captain Troost-Ekong were among the final 10 nominees for the Player of the Year in the CAF Awards, with major exclusions of African stars. The disciplinary committee of the Confederation of African Football (CAF) has awarded the Super Eagles of Nigeria 3 points and 3 goals in the abandoned match day 4 encounter of the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifiers against Libya, which was scheduled to be held in Benin on October 15th. In a ruling on Saturday, signed by Chairman Osimhen, the disciplinary board determined that Libya Football Federation was in breach of Article 31 of the African Cup of Nations Regulation and Article 82 and 151 of the CAF Disciplinary Code. The ruling reads, the Libyan Football Federation is found to have breached Article 31 of the African Cup of Nations Regulation as well as Articles 82 and 151 of the CAF Disciplinary Code. The match number 87, Libya vs Nigeria, of the CAF African Cup of Nations qualifiers 2025, scheduled to be played on 15th October 2024 in Benghazi, is declared lost by forfeit by Libya with a record of 3-0. Additionally, the LFF was also ordered to pay a fine of $50,000 with payment due within 60 days of notification of the present decision. The outcome of the disciplinary committee means that Nigeria is close to qualifying for the 2025 African Cup of Nations with 2 matches to spare. As a result, the Super Eagles are now on 10 points from 4 matches, 4 points ahead of second-placed Benin Republic, while Rwanda has 5 points. Bottom-placed Libya has only 1 point and is out of the running for qualification. A win on a draw against Cheetahs of Benin Republic in Abidjan on Thursday, 14 November, will secure the Super Eagles a ticket to the finals in Morocco, scheduled for December 2025/January 2026. The Nigeria team had boycotted the match citing safety concerns after being left stranded at the remote Al-Abrak airport of the outskirts of Benghazi for 22 hours. The LFF, in response, accused the Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) of not cooperating with them regarding the travel itinerary. It also alleged that Libyan national team has suffered the same fate in Nigeria during the reverse fixture a week earlier, claiming the team was left stranded at the Port Harcourt airport by Nigerian authorities. Super Eagles coach Osimhen had expressed gratitude for the team's safe return home and highlighted the psychological toll the ordeal took on the players.
Where would it come from?
Yesterday, in the 7th round of the German Bundesliga, Bayern Leverkusen faced Frankfurt in an away match. The winning goal came from Victor Boniface, but what could have been a day of celebration nearly ended in a tragedy for the Nigeria striker. Super Eagles striker Victor Boniface miraculously survived a terrible car accident, leaving fans and well-wishers grateful for his safety. The Bayern Leverkusen striker shared the news via his Instagram page as he posted the photos of himself and his car on Saturday night, October 19th. He also shared a video showing the wreckage of the car, emphasizing just how dangerous the situation was. After returning from his ordeal in Libya with the Super Eagles and surviving backlash from fans and pundits over his performances for the Super Eagles, Boniface scored in Bayern Leverkusen's win over Frankfurt. Boniface led Bayern Leverkusen by scoring the winning goal in their 2-1 win over Frankfurt in the German Bundesliga. Following his heroic against Frankfurt, Boniface was involved in a crash that saw the Nigeria striker hospitalized to treat his injuries. Boniface expressed his gratitude to God for sparing his life. He posted images of the car crash on his official Instagram page stories, thanking God for sparing his life in what was a life-threatening situation. He wrote, "God is the greatest. God say my time never reach." The Bayern Leverkusen star suffered minor injuries to his hand but appeared in good spirit following the crash. I will be hoping for a speedy recovery and quick return to action, having escaped a lengthy time out injured or even worse. The Confederation of African Football (CAF) has unveiled a much anticipated shortlist for the 2024 Men's Player of the Year award, featuring Nigeria talents Lookman and Captain Troost-Ekong among the eminent nominees. The 10-man shortlist include a strong North African presence, with Morocco's defensive powerhouses Achraf Hakimi and Sofiane Rahimi among the nominees, alongside Algeria's Amine Gouahiri. Ivory Coast Simon Adingra also features after a stellar club season, while DR Congo's Chancel Mbemba and Guinea-Bissau Gurasai have earned their places following the outstanding performances throughout the year. Completed the list are Burkina Faso's defender Edmond Tapsuba and South African goalkeeper Rowan Williams reflected the breadth of talent across the African continent. Lookman is widely regarded as the favorite to win the award. Following an impressive year for Atalanta and Nigeria, the winger made headlines with a historic hat-trick in the Europa League final, helping Atalanta secure their first ever European trophy. He also played a crucial role in Nigeria's journey to the AFCON final, where they finished as runner-up. Lookman's exceptional performances have already earned him a Ballon d'Or nomination, matching Osimhen's achievement last year, and making him a top candidate for this year's CAF prize. However, a post by CAF on Thursday via X disclosed that informed striker Victor Boniface and reigning title holder Victor Osimhen were notably absent from the final selection. Victor Boniface's 21 goals and 9 assists in 34 appearances as Bayern Leverkusen won their first ever league title last season was not enough to secure the Nigeria forward a place in the final 10-man shortlist. Boniface was included in the Nigeria final list for the 2023 AFCON, but the injury default sustained days before the start of the tournament kept him out. Surprisingly, despite leading Nigeria to the AFCON final, former Super Eagles head coach Jose Peseiro missed out on the Coach of the Year nomination as the country didn't secure a nomination in the Men's National Team of the Year category. Super Eagles goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali, who broke out of nowhere to become a vital player in Super Eagles AFCON journey, earned a nomination in the Men's Goalkeeper of the Year category, alongside Manchester United goalkeeper Andries Onana and South African goalkeeper Williams. For the third time in a row, Morocco will host the CAF Awards, with this year's edition scheduled to be held on December 16 in the tourist city of Marrakesh. The CAF Awards 2024 will determine who will succeed Osimhen as African top player, with a ceremony set to celebrate the finest football talent from across the continent.
The plan was to land as destination Benghazi, Benina, but unfortunately, and we got the approval from the Libyan Civil Aviation Authority that we are approved to land.
The Libyan Football Federation are reportedly targeting the Tunisian pilot who flew the Super Eagles to and fro during the hostage experience in Libya 2 weeks ago. Libyan authorities dangerously redirected the plane due to land in Benghazi to a remote airport in Al-Abrak, about 250 miles away despite unfavorable conditions. The Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) submitted an official complaint to the Confederation of African Football (CAF), forcing the postponement of the match and an official investigation. As seen in a video circulating on social media, Tunisia pilot Captain Abdelatif Makagi narrated the team's audio and how his experience prevented the disaster. Captain Makagi was reportedly invited to testify over a video call during a CAF disciplinary committee hearing in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia on Tuesday. His account of the incident implicated the Libyans after confirming he was forced to fly the aircraft to Al-Abrak against the flight plan and lack of safety measures. According to the Libyan Akbar, Abdulhakim Abdulshamani, a member of the executive committee of CAF, labeled the testimony of Makagi as false and slanderous. He added that it was made in the pilot's personal interest instead of adhering to diplomatic relations between the two neighboring countries, Libya and Tunisia. Al-Shamani added that the legal actions would be instigated against the pilot based on violating the rules of integrity and honesty. In addition, the Libya CAF Executive Committee member said Nigeria used the reputation of its European professional players to sway global support in its favor. He said, "What the Nigerians are trying to portray as an injustice on our part is in fact an attempt to cover up the truth, as the testimony presented was completely false. CAF are going through the document and testimonies of all parties, and a verdict is expected soon." Libyan FA are prepared for their next action in case they lose the case against Nigeria before CAF disciplinary committee after the airport hostage saga. The North African are reportedly preparing for their appeal and ready to go as far as Court of Arbitration for Sport to absolve themselves of all wrongdoings. The Confederation of African Football (CAF) will on Wednesday, October 23rd, announce its decision on the suspended AFCON qualifying Group D match between Libya and Nigeria, which was scheduled for Benina Mataya Stadium on October 15th. According to Libya Al Arad channel, the top continental football body will announce the final decision regarding the players' ordeal during the first leg in Nigeria in October, which ended 1-0 in favor of the Super Eagles, and the reverse fixture that will have been held at the Mataya Stadium in Benina. The outlet also reviewed that Libya Football Federation submitted all the documents it collected with a specialized lawyer assigned by the body to supervise the Libyan file with the Confederation of African Football. A day after the cancelled encounter, CAF delisted the fixture from its calendar after announcing its cancellation hours before the kickoff, with the matter referred to the disciplinary committee for consideration. In a statement on Monday, the Libya Football Federation denounced the measure taken by the Nigeria side regarding the team's refusal to play its match against Libya. The federation confirmed that it will take all legal measures to preserve the interest of the national football team. Nigeria had arrived for the match on Sunday, October 14th, only for their flight to be diverted to Al Abrak International Airport, which is about 3 hours away by road to Benghazi, the venue of the match. The Libyan authorities held them captive for approximately 17 hours, leaving them traumatized as they flew back to their home country, Nigeria. The Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) lodged a complaint with CAF, lamenting their ordeal, and the Libyan Federation said that Nigeria did not cooperate with them in any way, whether in the first or the second leg, indicating that the experience is child's play compared to theirs in Nigeria for the first leg. CAF had described what happened to Nigeria team in Libya as extremely dangerous, noting that it had contacted the Libyan and Nigeria authorities after reporting that Nigeria had been subjected to worrying conditions for hours at the airport. It referred the matter to its disciplinary committee to investigate and take appropriate action against those who violated the regulations. Nigeria Super Eagles are currently leading the group with 7 points, while Libya is rock bottom with just a point in 3 games. The Federal Executive Council, led by President Bola Tinubu, has announced the Ministry of Sport Development will no longer exist. Its function will now be handled by the National Sport Commission (NSC). This decision was reviewed by President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononoga, after the FEC meeting on Tuesday in Abuja. President Bola Tinubu has appointed Malam Shehu Diko as the Chairman of National Sport Commission (NSC). The NSC is responsible for regulating sports in Nigeria. Alassane Yakmot served as the last Director General before it was scrapped by Muhammadu Buhari government in 2015. The presidency announced Diko's appointment on Wednesday. After scrapping the Ministry of Sport Development, the Sport Ministry functions were also transferred to the NSC. Senator John Owa Enon, the previous Minister of Sport Development, was also reassigned as the Minister of State for Trade and Investment. Diko is a football administrator who served in different sporting capacity. He was the Chairman of League Management Company (LMC) from 2014 to 2022. He also served as the second Vice President of the Nigeria Football Federation (NFF). He is a member of Confederation of African Football (CAF) Organization Committee for Interclub Competitions and Club Licensing Management. He is also a member of the FIFA Football Stakeholder Committee. Former NFF President Amaju Pinnick praised Diko's appointment while expressing confidence in his ability to turn around our sport for the better. Pinnick said in a statement, "Shehu Diko personified productivity and creativity, and every good thing we accomplished in those years had his hand in it. He's tireless and selfless and has acquired immense knowledge and experience in sport industry over the past 30 years. I have no doubt that he's the man to turn around our sport for the better and guarantee our athletes' podium performance at the next Olympic in Los Angeles. Diko is highly underrated, but I see him picking the best brain in the land to work with him and set a template for the kind of sport industry that we have always wanted, one that will ultimately benefit all stakeholders and start to contribute significantly to the country's gross domestic product."